All right, so everything you just mentioned, KB, a division opponent coming in.
Right.
Colts want to bounce back, get to 500 before they go to Foxborough. What are your keys for the game?
Well, like I was saying earlier, Joey, this is not an 0-3 football team. Like Houston, yes, Houston is 0-3, but they have a lot of talent. I mean, it's Deshaun Watson, it's J.J. Watt, 3 sacks last week, Whitney Merciless. Some of these guys we didn't even see last year.
And they've only lost each game by one score. So
yes, exactly. And they have kind of backdoored their way into a few of those one possession losses. But when you look at their stats, they're like top 15 in offense, right around 20th in defense. So they have played better football than I think some of those final scores indicate. But let's start with Deshaun Watson, Joey. That's my first key to the game. And Matt Eberflus talked to the media on Tuesday, and he said like 3 or 4 times about containing Watson. That's the game. That's the game. Like, he knows it. For his defense, you've got to contain him. And, I asked Eberflus, does that mean spy? Does that mean, Darius Leonard? Is he going to spy Watson? That would seem to be a great fit. He goes, we're going to change it up. I mean, we're going to have to keep things guessing with Watson because ACL-wise, he looks pretty good running. 6.7 yards per carry so far. So just keep him in that pocket. I think that's key with Watson. That offensive line has been horrific this year. Don't let him get out on the edge. And, when Chris Ballard took this job, he thought this 4-3 defense would be best suited for mobile quarterbacks. So we'll find that out on Sunday. That's key number 1. Key number 2, limit Watt and Clowney. The Colts fans know full well both of them have wrecked huge games. Clowney had the strip sack a few years ago at Lucas Oil Stadium that cost the Colts a trip to the playoffs. Watt has single-handedly won games down in Houston before against his team. They've been kind of quiet this year. I know Watt has 3 sacks. All 3 came in one game.
Yep.
Clowney, I think, missed, I believe, one of the first couple of games of the year, and he doesn't have a sack yet this season. So, with no Anthony Costanzo, likely no Joe Haig, it's Denzel Good at right tackle. It's LaRaven Clark at left tackle. And, how much attention do you need to give them? I thought Nick Sirianni, the offensive coordinator, had a great quote earlier in the week about Watt and Clowney. His words, they can embarrass you. And yes, they can. And both of them will love to see LaRaven Clark and Denzel Good on Sunday. So we'll see how much attention the Colts have to give. And then lastly, and this just comes off what you did against the Eagles, finish drives. And that was a key, I know, going into the Redskins game. And you did that. You were 3 of 3 in the red zone after struggling against the Bengals. So finish drives. We're talking general execution, Joey. When I look at the red zone issues, it was a multitude of things. Drops, play calling a little bit. Andrew Luck misfiring on a couple balls as well. You have to finish off those opportunities in the red zone. So, yeah, those are my 3 keys against the Texans.